like to target practice. You know why? Because if you're carrying, you need to know how to use this little thing. And if you're shooting at cans, that's cool, but I like to use a target stand with real targets, and you can see what you're shooting at. You can use cans and bottles and stuff like that, but then you got a lot of stuff to clean up. But you can build something like this for about 50 bucks, tools and all. So today I'm going to show you how to build this target stand, and it'll actually come apart. I can take it apart and make it a little bit more compact so I can carry it different places. So we ready to go? Let's do this thing. All right, so in order to do this, you've got to have, so I'm going to use PVC pipe, going with 1 inch today. We'll see how that works. I think it'll be strong enough, big enough. You need several sticks of PVC. You need several fittings, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually make it to where I can take it apart, and so it'll be semi-portable. You're going to need a cutting tool for the PVC. This is a ratcheting kind. This is what you want. This is not what you want, because if you try to cut the PVC with this, it's not going to work. Trust me. And you're going to need a tape measure. Okay? Okay. I forgot duct tape. This is for my style. You can do it however you want to. And then you're going to need some glue, some prep material so that the PVC pipe will stay together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to measure this out. Now, I recommend that you draw what you want, and you can use my pattern after I finish, and I'll show you the finished product. Mine may not be perfect. It just came out of my head. I'm going to start out by measuring this. I'm going to have legs that will keep it steady and keep it from falling over, and they're going to be about 2 feet long. So I'm going to start cutting those, and I'm going to need 4 of them. So I'm going to measure it out, and I'm going to start cutting 2 feet. All right, got 2 of them cut, and I'm just using, I don't have to measure each one individually because I can just use the last one to measure. And these little legs that I'm making don't exactly have to be perfect, okay? They can be slightly off and it's still going to work. So you're going to be using the purple primer. You don't have to, they make clear primer too, which is probably what I would have gotten, but they come in little packages of 2 containers, and it's cheaper than buying them individually, and I didn't need them individually. These are really hard to open, by the way. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you've got something underneath your work, because the purple gets all over everything and it will stain stuff. And I don't want it on even my nice shiny truck. I don't want it. So this is a little overkill, but these are the only channel locks that I can find. Sometimes unless you're a real man, you might need help getting these open, and sometimes channel locks help. So you stick them on here and it'll open it up. So get you a set of these, make life easy. Now, we're going to start by using the T, and we're going to put these together just like so. And then we're going to have a long piece coming out this way, and I will show you how all this works in just a second, okay? So I'm going to prime all these, and then we're going to put glue on them, and we're going to put them together. And to prime, see, told you. You're just going to go around, and you probably don't even need to prime these because it's not like a watertight seal. But I started using PVC when I learned how to do it when I was in FFA, and I was probably a freshman in high school. And so this is how I learned to do it. And it just comes natural to me, and I always do it this way. So right or wrong, you choose. Not required. All right, next we've got the glue, and the glue is pretty easy to handle. If you were doing this for pressurized, I would do some sandpaper or lion's tongue or something like that on the edges, just to make sure that this all sticks. but since we're not putting it under pressure, this is fine. You can put some glue on there. On one, put it on the other. Put them together. Hold them for a few seconds, and then you're good. This next part is I'm only putting these in here because I want it to be detachable. And so I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm going to attach the tall part onto this. This is going to be able to screw apart. And so I'm going to do that on the top and on the bottom. I'll show you later. But this will make it to where it's a little bit more compact and a little bit more easy to carry. So I'm going to get these, and this is what I got so far. These are going to sit on the ground. These are your legs, right? And we're going to we're going to put a cross section right here, and we're going to build a place over there that the target is going to be up on over there. So when you're putting these together, you have to be very careful to make sure that they are, when you get them set, when you're gluing them, that they are facing each other. Because if one of them is facing out, then you're going to have to cut it out, and you're going to have to do something else, and you're going to have to do it over. So be careful doing that. All right, so how tall do you make your target stand? It's up to you. If you want a 4-foot target stand, you're short, you can make a 4-foot target stand. I want it kind of eye level. I want to be able to pull and shoot and know that I'm kind of shooting eye level. And so this is, I don't even know how long this is, but I just eyeballed it. And you could use your tape measure and measure it out. You know what, let me check. It's about 5 foot. So I'm going to make these two exactly the same size, because they need to be exactly the same size. And this is something that you might want to have too, as a Sharpie marker. This makes things easy to see instead of having to eyeball everything. So I'm going to make them about 5 foot. All right, so these, I'm making 2 of these. These are going to be the cross pieces, and these are going to be what makes this portable. All right, so I had somebody ask me, how much primer do you put on? How much glue do you put on? The short answer, just enough. All right, so I got all my pieces assembled. Now I'm going to start putting this booger together. So this will screw into here. That's not going to work. But that's probably not the best way of doing it. What you can do is you can put that end on and then take this in after you've already got it screwed on, and you unscrew it and it'll screw into this side. That one nice and tight. Doesn't have to be super tight. I mean, you can make it super tight if you're going to keep it together. And I have a target stand. Now you can make it more intricate, and you could, you know, cut out pieces and do however the holders that you want. But what I'm going to do is I've got, this is where the duct tape comes in, is I've got a piece of cardboard, and you can get a big piece, you can get a small piece. You take the duct tape and you can tape this to the sides here. And I'll show you that in just a minute. So you can take any old piece of cardboard and tape it up here, and just remember your cardboard is going to be destroyed, so it's going to go away anyway. Once you get your cardboard up here, then you can put up your favorite target. If you want a target of Osama bin Laden, or if you want a target of Ronald McDonald, whatever you got. I'm going to put this last piece of tape on here. To secure your target to the board, and before I put the tape on, make sure you secure all areas, because if the wind does blow up, it's going to mess up your line of sight. So you can secure this. I got duct tape You can use staples, you can use spit, you can use whatever you want to secure this. But now it's time to go and shoot some stuff. So, are we ready? Let's do it again. Just be sure, if you got the property to do this, make sure that you've got a backstop. I don't have a backstop behind there, but I know woods goes for a very long time. And all those trees are going to stop any 9mm rounds from going a long ways, and there's no houses for miles behind that. Remember that this target holder is great. It'll work for probably years and years to come, maybe your whole lifetime, as long as you don't shoot your stanchions here. But it's not going to work in the wind very well. And that's it. It's a good target stand. So for tools, materials, I think it was about 50 bucks. Go build you a target, take your gun out and practice. Practice, 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 because practice makes better. Not perfect. Bye. Love you guys. Be good.